Welcome to the Broncast podcast, all about the Ford Bronco. As you can see, this is not Donnie.
I am not Donnie.
So we are at the Bronco Super Celebration, and we're taking Broncos for test drives. And so today, we're gonna take one of the meanest 6G Broncos out on the road in the Smoky Mountains. So pretty cool event that we're at, the Bronco Super Celebration. As you can tell, Jesse and I are in matching t-shirts because one of the things that I do here is I get the family to sell some swag. We have some fun at our tent, and my kids love this guy, love his wife. I grabbed Jesse and I was like, hey, I need to drive your Bronco that's on 42-inch tires and tell the world about it. So Jesse, first, tell me, okay, what's the name of this Bronco?
Well, we named it Ratchet Barbie because it's too big and too just to be Barbie. And everyone's done Barbie, but no one's done a Ratchet Barbie. She's from the hood. So that's what we kind of started off with, was just something catchy.
Yeah.
And from there, it's just like, okay, we're gonna do something crazy. So we contacted Wild Horses and Bronkbuster and collaborated to do portals. So you can get the portals all through Wild Horses or through Bronkbuster. That's the key to make this thing so big, but drive completely stock. In fact, it gives you more torque with these portals on 42's than stock would be.
For someone who doesn't know what portals are, why would you get portals? What are they? How does it benefit the Bronco?
If you want to run a bigger tire, it gives you built-in gear reduction and also lift. It's a bunch of gears inside this box thing, and I'm not 100% how it works, to be honest. I just let Tyler do the explaining.
Yeah.
But what it does is it gives you pretty much like a transfer case. It gives you a gear reduction.
Okay.
And now all the power gets transferred down to the wheels, and then it's got this height. So you have your built-in lift with it too.
Yeah.
So when you're wheeling with it, you just get this great amount of torque that just constantly grips and grips. Just like Hummers, you know, they have pretty much the same thing, like a portal style. Now side-by-sides, they do all the same stuff, and she gets it.
She can get it.
Yeah, for being on 42's, it's quite impressive. The torque is just like instant, and it like lifts you up and like takes you.
That is amazing.
It's pretty good.
It feels just as good as, if not better than, a stock Bronco.
Yeah, we did a Ford Performance tune that we got from Leaf Johnson Ford out in Austin. You know, they help with a lot of our stuff, and put an MRT exhaust on it and just an open air intake, and that's it. It's pretty much stock. In the sand, this thing is phenomenal with portals. I was really impressed at United by Bronco taking this out there. I don't like to rock crawl with this because I get myself in stupid situations because I have a full-blown buggy that's 4-steer that's what I used to wheel. But in the sand and just to ride around the trail, it was amazing. It was really fun. But they are super capable. I mean, as you can see, Tyler with Bronkbuster, they do some insane stuff with theirs and keep pushing the limits and testing. And they've made it affordable with these portals now. They have a new version coming out that's $15,000 instead of the $25K.
Wow.
Which is a nice like entry. But if you add your suspension and add your gears and all this other stuff, you get up there pretty quick.
Yeah.
And this is a nice simple bolt-on solution that keeps it factory.
Where is the lift? Does it come with the portals? Is it a part of the whole system, or is that a separate thing?
So to clear the portals, I mean the 42's, we did use Radflo's coilover design, which gives you like a 3.5-inch to 4-inch lift depending on how you adjust them. But the portal itself, the way it bolts onto your hub, you have a full downward set of gears, and then your wheel bolts onto the bottom side of that. So that space itself is what gives you that. I think it's like 5-inch.
Okay.
Somewhere in there. I'm probably wrong. You know, like I said, I have a terrible memory, but I think it's 5.
But yeah, somewhere around there, like you've got Radflo shocks giving you a little bit of lift, and then you got the portals that are giving you an extra drop.
Correct.
In there, which is giving you all the clearance, because this thing has just so much clearance.
Yeah.
Even with 42's, and then you advanced fiberglass fenders.
Correct. These are the 5-inch from Advanced Fiberglass, which really sets off any Bronco. It just gives it the right shape, the right look, and the right girth. And then we did the same thing with the hood. Just the small little touches. Oracle, they have these front headlights where it looks like the headlights separate from the turn signal, so it looks more early Bronco.
Nice.
And then the flush tail lights. So that's really gives it is kind of, we're early Bronco guys trying to build these 6 gens, and it's like, how do we make it look more early Bronco?
Right.
Because that's what we all love anyways.
Yeah, there's a Bronco at the show, an early Bronco. Keisha has it, and it's a similar color to this.
It's close.
And everyone's like, oh man, like that's the twin, to the early Bronco twin to Ratchet Barbie, and so. Yeah, it's a cool color. What was the thought behind the color?
Well, Anosatech is a wrap company, and they do a lot of different high-end vinyl colors. This in person is just such a great standout from all the others.
Yeah.
We also have it on my Porsche GT3, and it's crazy. It's the same color, but it looks totally different. To be honest, it looks more vibrant on the Porsche because it has different lines. They're long flowing, and you see it more down at eye level compared to you're looking up at this one. So it changes angle and all that stuff, but they have fantastic colors.
That's so cool.
We love working with them.
So this is a wrap on there. And then, I mean, all the graphics, like, is that just, you got Hellabad, you got, all this. Is that just your branding? Is that just something that you guys do? Or was that specific for this build?
So like the banner and stuff, I wanted to give it this Miami Mattel looking type of look for, a theme towards Barbie.
Yeah.
The banner came out the wrong size. It was cut straight. So it looks like it's totally wrong for it. But if you go back in the day and all these vehicles used to buy for toys, you had to put on the decals yourself. And they were never the right size. They always went on crooked. And so it kind of worked out. It made sense if you really put the idea out there. It's like, hey, this is actually not supposed to be 100% perfectly fit. And so that worked out that way. Then we use a designer trim, which is all of the black stick-on decal that goes along the whole side of the body. It fits right in the groove, and it really broke it up and changed the dynamic of just that subtle little touch that I love. They're a super, super great company to work with. The vinyl grille letters in the front that are pink carbon. Yeah. We stuck those on. Then we did the whole interior with the pink carbon and just tied it all together. Man. But they went above and beyond. So like, you can't see inside here, but like my glove box itself was all scratched up from doing these shows and loading up the Bronco with all this stuff. Yeah. And then we unload. Well, it was scratched up, and they saw that in the picture that I sent them of the interior, and they took it upon themselves to cut out a full shape of the glove box in pink carbon, and all I had to do was peel and stick, and it covered up all of that.
That's cool.
Same with on the kick panel. Me and plastic do not get along. Yeah. And so I pulled off this rocker, and I broke it. Oh. So you see this big crack through it, and they saw that, and they cut these little small pieces and put my logo on it with the pink carbon, and now they match on the bottom.
That's awesome.
They're just so designer trim. Go out there and check out their stuff, and they can do anything custom. They love doing the one-off fun stuff. Yeah. But you can change your whole interior with just stick-on stuff. It's quite impressive. Yeah.
I think it's super cool, and obviously this would not be my color choice, my choice of color package, but there's something that's so amazing. Like, I feel like as a builder you did it right, because you're on 42's, and it would have been easy to go with just like cool black or matte black, something that's like gonna just make it real cool and real hip. But it was like, no, like, let's go with this 80s theme Barbie Bronco, and it stands out. It turns heads. And I know everyone watching this video is going, why in the heck are two dudes sitting in a purple Bronco driving through the Smoky Mountains wearing matching shirts? Hey, that's
life partners.
Yeah, come on now. Like, this is just how it happens. But if you can get beyond that, like, I feel like you did a great job with this build and just making it fun. Making it like, right before Jesse pulled up, my 8-year-old daughter was like, she went and told Jesse, hey, it's time to do the video. And Jesse comes back, and she's hanging out the window, like, so proud to be in this thing. Yeah. And then hopped up on the tire, and we got a picture of her and Jesse, and, he's looking up at her. It's just like, what you did was you made this a showstopper. You made it, a head turner where people look at it and go, wait, what is that?
Yeah, why do I like this? I don't know why, but I can drive it. Yeah. And it's just something you don't forget. That's the whole point behind, especially for a business. You want people to remember that and talk about it, and it's fun, and you can joke with the guys, and it's that's what it's all about when you're doing something of this caliber, and the kids just love it. That's the best part. I need to come out with some shirts next year and start. You know, we are going to sell Ratchet Barbie. Unfortunately, I'm going to move on to some other stuff, but I just like to build them and then be like, okay, who wants the next? You know?
Yeah.
But for a business, like, this gets the attention. You can change the color on it and make it towards your business, and then now people like remember it or keep the Ratchet Barbie alive thing. I mean, it's endless what you can do with stuff on 42's. It just makes everything cooler.
Yeah. I would love to play with this off-road and actually see, you know, just how capable it is. And I know that Bronkbuster, he takes his... Is he on 42's as well?
He's on 43's.
Oh, wow.
Well, we determined this, that I think my 42's are legit 42's. They're the Milestar.
Okay.
I don't know what tire he has on his. I don't remember. I'm not going to name drop. Hey, another pink Bronco.
Hey.
Twins. But I think his come just a shy under 42. So I think I'm technically still one of two, the biggest. There's a guy in Texas that has a set of 43's, and he's way up there. It's beefy.
Tyler wheels with his, and obviously he's got his portals, Bronkbuster portals on there. They are extremely capable. You also have the Bronkbuster tie rod brace. I saw that.
And the steering. Yeah.
And the steering.
The billet steering, that's a must.
Yeah.
Even on a stock Bronco, those who don't know, there's a bushing that if say you hit a curb on, and it's like, oh, it still feels fine. We experienced this firsthand. Terry was actually one that ran off the road. We were wheeling and it broke, and he lost all steering. He could spin the steering wheel.
Oh my gosh.
Then we got him off the obstacle, and he's like, oh, I got steering back. So we were starting to head back into town, and all of a sudden it went, and he had no control, and luckily he went to the right off the road. But because of that bushing that's designed by Ford, it allows it to slip out. So now you're steering. So when you get a bushing from Tyler, it will never ever come apart. It holds it in there. So if you break whatever, it keeps it in there. So anytime we lift a vehicle from, at the shop, we always do that upgrade because it's just a good peace of mind. Yeah. You could have your teenager daughter driving one day and she lets her boyfriend test drive it, and he hits a curb and
pops out.
Yeah, just never.
Yeah. And it's just a whatever polymer plastic like bushing that goes in there. I put one in one of the Bronco Nation Broncos and super easy install. I mean, it took me maybe half a day. Like it wasn't difficult at all, but definitely a good, I did it right before I took their Bronco to Moab. So
it's a must.
Yeah. Driving it drives just like a stock Bronco. I forget that I have 42's, and I forget that I'm so wide. It's like,
that's the scary part, though, is you're wide. And you have somebody coming your lane, you're like, I don't have but maybe an inch on each side.
It doesn't drive different. I mean, we are winding through the mountain, Great Smoky Mountains. And it's like, it handles just as good as a stock Bronco does, and it's on 42's.
We go to Pigeon Forge every night or Gatlinburg to go play, do go-karting and stuff like that. So I normally jump in front because I like to go fast. So I'll take this road. Average on this road is probably 30 to 45 miles an hour, depending on how you want to. And I'm probably hitting in the 60s to 75. I'm not gonna lie. And we're not called Hellabad for nothing. When we get in all these turns, it really does perform, and you can get it down. I'm impressed with it. I truly am. It's kind of dumb. It's 42-inch tire vehicle. Drives this well. Yeah. And it's definitely not a Jeep. I mean, Jeep you cannot do that with. I don't care how good you dial it in. Having that independent front really changes the characteristic of a daily driver of this. They are phenomenal.
Hey, real quick, so I don't forget, how can people find you guys? Because Jesse's not just a guy that we know at the show. Jesse owns Hellabad Broncos, which they restore classic Broncos, second gen, third gen, Yeah,
we can do it all. The main way is we're big on Instagram. So Instagram, direct message us there, or just get on our website. You can read our story, how we got started, and how me and my wife met, and the list goes on from there. My father-in-law builds our bodies and our chassis. So it's a big family thing. We're pretty diehard Bronco. Easiest way is just get on the website. It has all my cell phone. You can text me anytime. You get bored at night. I'm probably up anyways. You have any questions?
I mean, even this, just kind of hitting the corner.
Yeah, you can keep into it. And
moving stuff in the back and just bringing it around. Oh yeah, scaring my producer in the car in front of me. This thing, it does. It handles great. I mean, it just...
you still can feel that you're in a lifted vehicle because we're sitting way up here. Yeah. But it's not like, oh my God, we're gonna flip, we're gonna fly. Right. It just kind of rolls around the corners, and when you get used to it, you can let off and let the back end carry, and then you get in through the apex and get back on it, and it straightens out and goes forward again. So it's been fun.
And remind me, okay, what did you do to the engine? You told us earlier, but
it's just a Ford Performance tune.
Okay.
And MRT catback exhaust, which is nice to have because it's a small little muffler and it tucks it way up there, and it's not raspy, it's not droney. It's got a good sound to it.
It does.
And then I took the blow-off valve that they have from the factory, and you pull one side of it out so it vents to the atmosphere, and I just blocked off the other side.
Okay.
So when you get on, you can let off, and it gives it this nice whoosh sound. We didn't need to pay $200 for an aftermarket one when we're not making huge horsepower numbers and don't really need it. It's just for sound effects.
I mean, 42s are hard to push, and I feel like, is this the 2.7?
This is.
Yeah, like it's doing a great job with it. It doesn't feel like it's struggling. It doesn't feel like it's bogged down. We're going up a very good climb, good elevation climb here, and it's handling it great.
It's pretty much idling.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not even having to hardly push on it.
No, we're stuck behind a Ford Ranger. He's struggling.
Yeah, he's downshifting and downshifting.
Yeah, I'm really happy with everything, how it turned out. You know, we bought Ford Broncos when they first came out, and my goal was to keep the two-door silver one that we did and make it as early looking as possible and classy.
Yep.
And this is the Wildtrack, and I just love the way this one performed, handled. I kept this one, sold the rest.
Well, it's definitely a cool one, and thank you so much for letting me, take it for a test drive, take it for a spin.
Yeah.
And what's cool is, we've been being followed by this beautiful, I don't know, turquoise or what Harbor Blue? Caribbean Blue, early Bronco. I think it's a 67. And what we're going to do next... 66?
Yeah, it's got an eyebrow grill on it. Yeah, it's a roadster.
Oh, nice. So Donnie's going to take this 66 Caribbean Blue Bronco down the hill and tell you guys all about
We should race them.
We should.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah. I think it'd be awesome.